I'm going to be voting Remain because I feel that this is really important for the education system.
I'll be voting to stay in. I think the economy is going to be a lot better off if we stay in Europe.
I think it's really a dive into the unknown, and I don't know what to expect if we leave, and that's just too much of a risk for me.
I really fear that we will go back to the days in the 70s and the 80s where the economy wasn't that great and we were still trying to really build ourselves up. I think we do need to realise that we're not big old Britain anymore. We don't have an empire. The last thing that we'll have if we're not in Europe is being in the Security Council and having our nuclear weapons.
I like to feel more European than English. I'm not so much about the nationalism, which seems to be kind of spreading.
I think the reason that people are voting out is hugely dependent on the idea of immigration. The idea is that people come to our country just to receive benefits is bullshit, really, because I know immigrants that are teachers, that are doctors, that are nurses, people that put back into our system, that pay their taxes like other UK people do.
I would say 50% of the people I work with are from Europe. The side that I see is them doing really good work here. Borders become increasingly meaningless. That seems like a good thing.
I do fully accept the kind of democracy issues that do exist within the European Union, but I very much believe it can be reformed. I think it should be reformed, and I think to reform it, you very much need to be actually in there. So if you're going to negotiate, you need to actually be in the room.
I think to be a lone wolf in such a complex world would be very dangerous for us.
Being in the EU, you've kind of got that brotherhood in a way, and leaving it, I think, honestly, in the long run, it would be quite terrible.
Another reason why I want to vote for Remain is because I don't trust the Tories in complete power. They've already cut out NHS, our education services, all the things that are important to the UK. And now, if we leave the EU, who's to say that they aren't going to be more harsh on cutting those things? It's a load of bollocks.
If I want to go and work abroad in European countries, it's important that I can travel to those countries easily. And if I can't do that, then it's going to make my career so much more complicated and more difficult to deal with. So for me, free travel is the most important thing.
Imagine if everybody was in Europe, everybody in the world. There would be no wars in the world. Yeah, okay, we don't like sending money to Greece because they're in ruins at the moment, but we'd actually be helping each other. And I think if the rest of the world was in this big community and felt like a community like a lot of Europeans do, I think we'd be in a better place. So that's why I think that we should vote in.